Okay, let's begin. So could you tell me your full name, please?
So my first name is Hyun, and my surname is Woo, so you can call me Hyun, please.
Okay. And Hyun, are you working or are you a student?
I'm currently a student. I'm currently studying physical therapy, which is related to sports and the fact that how you treat people, how you treat the patient or disabled. So it's fundamentally my own intention. Not my parents never pushed me to study this kind of stuff. I'm a big fan of sports and treating people and caring people. So I'm very delighted with choosing this major.
Okay. And could you tell me about your hometown?
My hometown is Yongin. I've been living in Yongin since I was 12. So there are so many things. For example, in my city, there's one of the biggest department store and the biggest amusement park in my city. It's so called Everland, which is widely known to the general public in South Korea, who enjoy if they want to take a roller coaster or just enjoy their time. So they could go there and chill out in this place. So
okay. Now we're going to talk about traveling by car. So do you like to travel by car?
Yes, indeed. Traveling by car means that you would be able to go any place very easily, effortlessly. On top of that, traveling, given traveling, you can experience diverse, different things. So, traveling by car is really easy, and you can save the time, of course.
So, when do you travel by car?
When do you travel car?
By car?
I usually travel by car on the weekend, because a weekend means that you have to rest, kind of. So, I drive usually by car to some fancy places. For example, Yangpyeong or Pundang, where it is in which there are so many palatial and kind of colorful flowers and embellished places, so you can enjoy if you like take a photo. So I do visit there on the weekend by car.
And where is the furthest place you have traveled by car?
I beg your pardon.
Where is the furthest place you have traveled to by car?
Oh, yeah, there are a few places, but I must say Busan. Busan is quite far from Seoul. So I remember that it took nearly 3 hours by car. It's seriously, it was really long journey for me, and I got a bit carsick, but I was enthusiastically wanted to go there, because Busan was one of the famous places in Korea. So Busan was one of the furthest places I visited.
And do you like to sit in the front or in the back when traveling by car?
Of course, I prefer to sit on the front, because obviously sitting in the front means that you can see the scenic views, and when you're on a highway, you can see really kind of the mother nature. Mother nature. I mean, the mother nature is always attracts me. So it was really it was beautiful and fabulous, and that's why I prefer to sit on the front.
All right. that'll do for part 1 of the test. So now we'll move on to part 2. Okay. So there's your question for part 2.
Yep.
I'll just
Thank
give
you.
a pen there,
Just.
so I'll give you 1 minute to do some note taking and preparation.
Okay, thank
so
you.
You can begin.
Can I begin? Okay, thank you.
That's 1 minute now, mate. All right.
Okay.
Let's grab that back there.
Yeah.
Okay. So part 2 question is, describe a time you saw something interesting on social media.
Okay, so can I begin?
You
okay.
can.
Okay, so initially, 2 months ago, when I was frantically searching about some information, I found very engaging and gripping footage and some videos, which is associated with one guy traveling around the world, by car. He was kind of sophomore. He was a sophomore, and he took a gap year. And he made up my mind. He made up his mind to travel around. So and it was widely spread, of course, on Instagram and Facebook. And I watched this at home. It was really, it was extremely. I don't know. These kind of videos really caught my eyes, because I'm a huge fan of traveling. So, and in this video, he exactly showed how he adapted to different cultures, different foods, and diverse things in other countries. Because traveling means that you have to feel and experience different one compared to your own culture. So it's really informative. It was really useful. So I was really baffled, staggered by his recommendation and his kind of. It sounds like very life wisdom from him. So I was really interested, in that video.
Okay, mate. That's 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Nice one. So do you often watch videos on social media?
Yes, of course. I'm a bit addicted to social media. In particular, Instagram. Instagram is worldwidely used, and I love take a picture of me, and not only me, but some beautiful scenes and Mother Nature's, as I said. So I love it. I adore. I adore it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right. Let's move on to the third part of the test now.
Yes, please.
Let's keep going. Okay. So, why do people like to use social media?
Probably there are a few reasons, but on average, people would be able to receive some incentive or advertisement from social media. For example, when you take a beautiful picture or picture of you or picture of some like nature, some advertisements or celebrities find that really useful one, and people could be employed, or people could receive some incentives from social media. So that's kind of minor reason. On top of that, the main thing people love using social media is that they want to show themselves to other people. Because on the social media, you can easily, straightforwardly see that how people spend their lives. You can share your story on the social media. By doing this, you can get some advice, or you can give some advice. So it's kind of you could receive and give some quid pro quo. So I would say that's why people love using social media.
Okay. Are there any disadvantages to using social media?
yes, of course, there could be a couple of disadvantages, but for instance, if something is observed, for example, which is that addiction means that you spend so much time on social media, and a certain amount of time is okay, but you spend so much time and you put your assignment or your valuable things on the back burner. That means that it's a time consuming. So I would say disadvantages could be addiction.
Okay. What do you think about making friends on social media?
That's an interesting question. Making some friends on social media could be a double-edged sword, but I must be on the side of positive aspect, because these days, given the current state of COVID-19 pandemic, you cannot easily mingle with people, and there could be some rules like social distancing 2 meters away. So it's quite hard to meet people. So I would say, by using social media, there are so many clubs or some gatherings on the social media, and there's so many favorites you can find. So through these clubs and gatherings, you would be able to make a friend rather than meeting in person. That's why I think social media is social media helps to make a friend.
Do you think if the friendship stays on social media and never transfers to in person, is it still a real friendship?
I just think I must say meeting in person is better than meeting only on the internet, because technically you can keep your relationship on the internet, but deep conversation, I don't think so. Deep conversation can't be possible on the internet, because face-to-face conversation means that you can show yourself very easier than on the internet, and you can easily say something, because on the internet there is some problem. There could be some problems like internet connection problem. So I must say, like, distance doesn't matter, but I must say, meeting in person is pretty much by far better than keeping relationship on the internet.
Okay, so thanks for coming in for the mock test.
Yeah, it's my pleasure.
So your estimated score today, I would say, is 6.5.
Yes.
You've said you've got a 7.0 in the real exam before, and it fluctuates, but I think this would be your score today. If we break it down, like some feedback, we look at a few different parts. So obviously, it's fluency, vocabulary, pronunciation, grammar. So pronunciation, very clear. There's nothing really that I can find a problem with. I think everything you're saying is very easy to understand, and your accent is very natural sounding. So I think that's very good. Fluency as well. Obviously there's some hesitation and there's some filler words, but it hasn't been too bad. There wasn't too many mistakes. In terms of vocabulary, some very good vocabulary as well. So you said on the back burner. I thought that was a good one. So I think you're trying to include natural expressions. That's good. So, with these type of expressions, it's good to put them in when they're suitable, but you don't always have to force them. Sometimes simple is good, Mother Nature's should be uncountable now. They're just Mother Nature.
Mother Nature,
Mother Nature, but there. Okay, and if we go through like each part, I've just taken a few notes. I'm currently student. I just wasn't hearing the article there. I'm currently a student. Maybe you've said it, but it's just it's not pronounce maybe so clearly.
Yeah, I recall, yeah.
So maybe go
I
with that.
didn't clearly say.
Yeah, no bother.
Yeah.
You said caring people. Just make sure caring, the preposition would be for.
Yeah,
caring for people. Pick out another few things. I'm very delighted. You said I'm very delighted.
Sounds very formal, right?
Well, it's not really about formality, but for example,
I have to say something like I'm just happy, like very.
Yeah, well, it's
in a
more
casual
like
way.
The word delighted. You don't need to put very before it. So
Okay, yeah.
any of these extreme adjectives, for example,
Okay.
like you'd say it's very cold, but you can't say very freezing. You gotta say just
yeah.
freezing. So like freezing and boiling. I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
So with delighted, I wouldn't put a very in front.
Okay,
of it.
I have
Just
to
say-
leave out. Okay, leave
Yep,
out
yep.
the verb.
Indeed. You said the biggest amusement park in Korea, so-called Everland. So I wouldn't say so-called.
Yeah.
Because if you say so-called, it means like maybe that's not the real name for it.
Yeah.
You would say like, oh, it's the so-called best restaurant in town, but it's not really officially.
Yeah.
So just say called Everland.
Yeah, called Everland, yeah.
Yeah.
It fixed it, yeah.
Take a roller coaster, say ride a roller coaster.
Yeah.
And just in part one, sometimes the subject, because I'm asking you the question, do you like to travel by car? And you said, yeah, I do. You would be able to, instead of making it about you would be able to, just say I, you know. When
yeah.
I travel by car, I can go directly to my destination. I can
Yeah.
start my journey anytime.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have to change my subject now.
Yeah, no bother. Sometimes you were saying, I do enjoy or I do like, blah, blah, blah. So we can use do before the verb for emphasis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I use it, yeah.
Yeah,
Like to
I do
emphasize.
like that. And it's all, the main time you would use it would be, for example, I don't like seafood in general, but I do like sushi, you know. So in that case, it's good to
Okay.
use it if you're saying a negative first, followed by a positive.
Okay.
So
Does make
I
sense.
wouldn't really overuse it.
Use it,
In terms of some expressions here in part two, you were saying at the beginning, on average. I probably wouldn't say on average. I would say in general.
Okay, in general.
In general or generally, or on average wouldn't really be suitable there. Okay, part three was quite good. The first question in part three, your answer was a little long. Now some examiners might stop you.
Okay.
You know, this is just a practice test,
Yeah,
so
yeah, I
I'm just
have
letting
to-
you speak. You know, but some examiners might get you to stop. So
Okay.
let's try and get to the point with each
Okay.
question.
I have
yeah?
to keep in mind.
Yeah. What do you see? He said it was widely spread on Instagram. Yeah. So spread is more of a natural thing. So I wouldn't say was spread. Just say it spread widely on social media.
Okay.
Or you could say
Exactly.
it was shared widely on
shared
social
widely.
media.
Okay.
Yeah. One expression as well. You said baffled by. What does it mean, baffled?
Just like astonished, or
Astonished.
shocked, kind of.
Right. Well, actually, baffled is more like confused.
Yeah.
I was baffled by it. It means like you really
Yeah.
can't understand that.
Yeah,
So
baffled.
I probably wouldn't use it for the guy traveling around the world. So
yeah.
you would say like I was astonished, I was
Yeah.
surprised. That's better.
I should have said, yeah.
Yeah, no bother. Yeah,
should
but
have said.
baffled just means like when you can't understand something. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was baffled by his decision. I really can't understand it.
Yeah, I chose a bit
Yeah.
wrongly.
Hey, it's
Yeah, yeah.
normal. It's normal.
Yeah.
But you did put in good effort to use a lot of high-level vocabulary, and that's important. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes it won't fit, maybe in that case, but you're putting in effort, and you know
Yeah.
that's important. Yeah. But yeah, really good test.
I have to
There's
fix it.
mistakes here. We can go through it again. We can talk about it more if you need. Yeah. But
Yes,
yeah,
please, yeah.
thanks for coming in.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah.
All
Cheers,
right.
cheers, mate. Thank you.